Yo, what's up, Pao?
Hey Joe, nagva-vibe ako sa music eh.
Ayun, musta? Oh, it's
All
been,
good.
ayun, kahapon, no? It's a postponement of our live because of some technical difficulties. So, good evening, guys. Welcome back.
Yeah, pasensya na sa mga viewers na nag-abang kahapon. Kasi tech difficulties, nawala ng power, tapos may internet. So we decided to move para at least mas maging conducive sa next sa show. So today, mangyari din, Joe, after ng 1 hour segment natin, diretso pala tayong Discord for the fireside chat, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, share ko lang siguro, yung fireside chat natin is an open channel dun sa Discord group namin where we talk about anything. Anyone can enter, come in, ask questions, and join. If you want to learn something, pasok lang kayo and then we'll try our best to help. So Unfold is a series to give you crypto updates. Fireside is for us to interconnect together and learn from each other. Ayun. So Joe, musta? Kumain ka na? Dinner?
Yeah,
8
of
p.m.
course. So,
Mm.
kaya siguro, Pao, kahapon na biglang, yun, sa akin nawala yung internet and then sa'yo, nawala yung power. It's because siguro sa lakas ng pump ni Bitcoin, ano?
True, true. Ayun, nakabili ka na or something.
Of course, now we are always, taking our DCA strategy dito. Yun.
Mm.
So, ang daming
Yeah.
pag-uusapan din ngayon, no?
Yeah, actually full load tayo sa mga topics. Though kung hindi naman natin abot, we'll make sure na quality naman yung mga pinag-usapan natin. But if may sobra na kailangan pang pag-usapan, let's just do it dun sa Discord, no?
Yeah.
I think one of the big things for this week in terms of macro is PPI eh. We had that yesterday, no? Yesterday ba yung PPI or 2 days ago? Two
Yeah,
days
I
ago
think that
ata.
I think that was yesterday or
Oo.
2 days ago. I don't know. I forgot the date. Basta the PPI just got released. Yan.
Yeah. Yeah, January 18. But before that, no, we want to greet everyone who is currently in the live to join. I mean, good evening. I just want to say good evening. So first, our intro. I'm Pao, and along with us is Joe. So I'm from Mesh Report as well, and also part of TCA. Joe is also part of TCA. And yeah, good evening. This is Unfold, where we discover, learn, and share about cryptocurrency and the market, unfolding new crypto insights so you don't have to. So, iti-TLDR namin kung ano yung meron ngayon sa cryptocurrency market. I
Yeah,
think
ano
the
ba yung
first,
pag-uusapan natin ngayon?
I think yung first segment natin dito is to talk about macro conditions eh. Kasi 'di ba, macro is moving crypto right now. So, 2 days ago pala, nag-release pala ang PPI. So that was January 18. And what was the result of PPI noong January 18, no? I'm sharing a screen here. PPI announced 6.2%, no? What do I mean by that? Kasi ang expectation nila sa announcement was actually 6.8. Pero mababa. 6.2% yung na-release na announcement 2 days ago. What does this mean? What happened here nung nag-release yung PPI at lower versus yung expectation, nag-pump si Bitcoin. So what's PPI, no? These are economic indicators that measure inflation, pero specifically to US. It's just that the global market gets affected kasi US is a big economic player. Okay. So, ang mini-measure natin or inabang natin dito is when will FOMC pivot eh. Currently, di ba, nagko-quantitative tightening tayo. Tama ba, Joe?
Yeah, yeah.
Oo.
So, parang there is an upcoming FOMC that actually the market is currently waiting. No,
Mm-mm.
and of course, no, yung mga CPI has just been released, the PPI has been released, and all of this data are very significant. Yun.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So PPI and CPI measure the economic indicators, no. Pero in short, PPI is actually a leading indicator for CPI. CPI is consumer price index evaluating yung mga expenditures ng domestic and international imported consumer related services. PPI is more on the uh, prices that producers pay. So consumer CPI, producers PPI. PPI is leading as a leading indicator. Eh. So ibig sabihin, kung PPI is lower, I think we can expect CPI to go lower din. But it's not something yet na parang bullish yet eh. Kasi binasa ko to, kakalabas lang ng article ni Arthur Hayes, Joe. yung si Arthur Hayes is the CEO of BitMEX, co-founder of BitMEX. Nung sabi niya, si Powell kasi is not really just on PPI. He's actually eyeing on CPI, US wage growth, and core PCE. So if these three index or like these three indicators are positive, siya lang he would think to pivot and we could see bullish market. For now, TLDR, parang hindi pa yon yung result. Kasi wage growth, US wage growth is still going up. Wage growth, ibig sabihin, yung salary o ang sahod ng mga tao sa US, it's going up. So may pera pa sila. Which means people can still buy kahit tumataas yung presyo ng bilihin. So in terms, inflation is not yet controlled. And then core PCE also measure is also a measure of inflation as well. So yun pa lang naman, I mean currently ang sinasabi dito, though PPI is going down and then we can see like CPI is going down, it's not yet an indicator that we would have a bullish or like a pivot dun sa FOMC. What do you
Yeah, yeah,
think dun, Joe?
I also do agree on you na itong tatlo na to na data is very significant in having the result of FOMC. Kasi as what Powell stated a while, I mean, in the minutes of meeting, right? So
Yes, Jerome Powell.
hindi pa sila talaga mag quick pivot, no? Kasi yun,
Mm-mm.
although last CPI, meron siyang neutral tawag dito, neutral result no sa market. But still no hindi tayo magiging kampante, yung
Mm-mm.
kumbaga kampante.
Mm-mm.
Kasi yeah, we don't know what Powell is thinking no this coming FOMC. No,
Yeah.
so yeah, we know that everything is being controlled by these big people, right? So yun, hindi pa rin tayo maging kampante, though the data is still uncertain. So
Uh,
it would still drive the market to go down. Yun.
yeah, we there's still a thought of like there's still fear. So hindi pa talaga full risk on yung parang yung sinasabi mo, Joe. Pero this is for macro, no? Minsan mas maganda din tignan natin from the macro view what happening to Bitcoin for this time for this terms of announcements, no? So what's Bitcoin chart telling us for this week, Joe?
I think we'll go first to the DXY, no, which is
Ay, okay.
somehow yeah. I would like to show the DXY current condition, no, kasi this has the direct effect pag lalabas na yung FOMC data this coming February. So let me
Oo.
share to you guys the chart of the DXY. Yan, kita mo.
Habang naglo-load, shout out pala to our research bro to help us in the macro market and to share si Dazay. He's one of the members of the team and he's more on that macro research, or macro market and global economy research. So yun, showing na yung DXY. People don't know
Yeah,
what DXY is. It's the dollar index. Yun
yun.
lang. Oo.
So we know that USA is one of the dominant fiat-backed currency, right? I mean fiat currency, which is the dollar. Yun.
Mm.
So as what I have said, it has a direct effect on the dollar. So now, titingnan natin kung ano nangyari sa dollar ngayon. So we have expected last unfold no na
Mm.
this 101 zone will be touched or revisited again. So this is actually still, I'm repeating this one, the May 27, 2022 low, which is
Mhm.
binalikan niya nga. No? So it got just tested. So ang nangyari ngayon is that I got it's not a feeling, but this is based on technical. No, so I think the DXY will somehow bounce, but we'll wait now because there's still a resistance here sa 103. So it would be a timing, no? I mean, yeah,
Oo.
it will not be a coincidence kasi in this upcoming February, FOMC will be released.
Oo.
Yun. So I think Pao, yung the XY price dito would just play sideways muna. So
Mm.
a major tawag dito, a major direction no would come out after the FOMC, I think. Yun.
Sa FOMC meeting is on Feb. Let me try to find the right dates, no? But sa Feb pa naman siya. I think it's on February 1. Yon.
Ayun.
And I think just to give education to the audience, dollar index measures the strength of the dollar, where if the dollar goes up, macro markets or like equity, stocks, bonds go down, and then including Bitcoin. So dollar go up, Bitcoin go down, dollar go down, Bitcoin go up. Yun, just for information.
Ayun.
So yan.
So, in-expect ko na nearest supply zone niya is actually at 105. Yun. So, pero Pao, it's not
Mm-hmm.
yet final kasi it's not yet a conclusion kasi there's still a possibility na magre-reject yung dollar dito. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's weakening na in the weekly, no? Kasi pag titingnan natin dito sa trend line niya, may nababasag kasi yun,
Mm-hmm.
no? So it's actually breaking out,
Oo.
showing us of a taste of reversal ng DXY.
Oh,
Yun.
okay. So parang yung ano no, macro price broke out of this rising trend, no? So medyo
Yeah.
we can see medyo nag-accumulate or it could touch 105
Yeah.
tapos
So hopefully, no, DXY could give a bullish or a somehow positive sentiment to the crypto market soon. Yun.
in the long
So
run. Okay.
talking about crypto market now, of course we're going to check the Bitcoin. So ano nangyayari sa Bitcoin ngayon, right? So anong sentiment ng Bitcoin ngayon? What do you think
Mm-mm.
is the sentiment pa of the Bitcoin currently? Are you bullish or
Uh,
bearish?
you know me, long-term bullish ako for
Yeah.
Bitcoin eh. So if you
Yeah,
keep
I know
asking
that.
me, so I'm a fan. Just to add, I'm more on the fundamentals, and Joe is on the technical charts, which is a good combination. We're actually contradicting minsan eh. Minsan nag-aaway kami kung ano ba talaga ang direction, no? Pero it's good to
Yeah.
understand both.
Ayun. So, yeah, so let's check the Bitcoin sentiment first, no? So, meron tayong tinatawag na tawag dito mga models no, na sinusunod wherein somehow we can say that the fractals is actually repeating currently, no? So, meron tayong tinatawag na market psychology wherein there are phases or stages yung mga emotions na tinatawag natin. Now, I would like to introduce to you guys si Justin Mamis. No? Isa to siya sa mga famous trader na tinitingnan ko in terms of sentiment. No, so
Mm-mm.
actually he is a famous forex trader. No, isa din siyang book author ng
Mm-mm.
trading. No, si Justin Mamis. So he created actually a a model. No, so pakita natin yung model na create niya. So ito. Yun. So it composed of confidence, enthusiasm by the deep. No? So every part of the price action has a sentiment. So here comes panic. No? So of course, it's obvious na andito tayo sa baba ngayon. No? So if we are going to look at the daily chart, parang it's a kind of a mirror no of this model of Justin Mamis. Yun. So Justin Mamis.
Mm-mm.
Yan. So, if ikaw yung tatanungin ko pa, saan tayo ngayon banda? Sa phases na to? Where do you think?
Looks, looks like based on dun sa ano no, sa market psychology fractal, papunta tayong wall of worry, no?
Ayun.
Mm-mm.
So,
Right.
actually, no, just by looking at the chart, no, of this naked chart ng Bitcoin sa daily. So, kung mapapansin mo, no, grabe yung sharp increase ng price previously, no, in these previous days. So, kung makita nyo, nasa resistance siya ngayon. Right? So, there's really a high probability na babagsak ulit tayo. No?
Mm,
Pero there's no yet a conclusion if we are going to make a low. Kasi, seeing upon this, no, there is really a, you know, parang,
mm.
there's a high belief
Oo.
of some traders na, okay, ano na talaga tayo. No? We will go high. We'll go a bull run. Yun.
Yeah. There's like a sense of euphoria currently happening eh.
Yeah,
Na parang dahil
exactly.
nag-pump within like 5 days, isipin nila, oh, Bitcoin to 69K. Ganun naman tayo eh. Not
Yeah,
knowing that markets tend to move up and down. It's always good to have a long-term vision eh. Kasi short term, expect retracements and pumps.
yun.
Additional to dito, no, it's nice to know kung ano nangyari fundamentally, like panic. That was the time where the contagion happened. Yung avert warning was actually like siguro si Luna na implosion, tapos nagka-contagion with the AC, with FTX and all the other people that got affected. Discouragement is where people don't wanna go in the market and saying na, this is a scam market already, ganyan.
Yeah. And also in my experience, ano, actually ang dami kong friends na ano eh, umali sa crypto. crypto kasi they think
Oo.
na it's really a scam, no? Parang
Mm.
umalis talaga sila sa market. Sabi ko, ba't kayo umalis? Sabi na, kasi hindi na kami naniwala kasi yun.
Ah,
They're
oo.
they're always somehow a one side coin believer. So knowing that, yeah, tama yung sinabi mo kanina na market goes up and down. Yun.
Oo.
Kaya nga na may pinapakita tayo ditong model kasi somehow we are not blinded. We will not become blinded with the market. So meron pa rin tayong makikitang tawag dito, no, kung baga fractals. So if this would happen, no, if this model could be the 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 run of this price, then we
Oo.
are at the wall of worry. We are going to the wall of worry. So comes anxiety. Anxiety is the level around 24K. No, so it's still highly probable na pupunta tayo doon. Okay,
Okay.
kasi there's a resistance. Yun.
Mm. Yeah, looking at it now, especially dun yung sa update ko sa macro market where Powell and FOMC is still looking at CPI, wage, and core PCE. It's like we're still looking at a sideways market condition until meron yung decision that okay, FOMC is gonna pivot towards quantitative easing, ganun. So I think it works well with TA. So medyo inline tayo ngayon, Joa. Hindi tayo mag-aaway dito.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, of course, no. Ngayon, let me show to you yung technical side. So kanina yung unang pinakita ko is actually the sentiment na kung saan tayo uh, na part or phase ng market. No, so but looking technically sa daily, no, it's obviously na there is a falling wedge, itong broken lines. So kung makikita mo pa,
Mm.
actually there's a breakout. There's a large breakout, and it is actually coupled and supported with the volume. So
Okay.
now I have identified here a POI, or point of the interests. And currently, no, sa point of interest, so kung i-zoom out natin, I mean zoom in ba tama?
Oo, zoom in, tama.
Ayun. So, if makikita nyo sa daily chart, no, sa daily candle, there are a lot of multiple rejections. So, basically, hindi na tayo tawag dito, hindi na tayo dapat ma-shock kasi it's in the resistance, major resistance, wherein the
Mm.
price needs to somehow take a little break. Yun.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, kasi pansin din it's medyo overheated eh. Ilang
Yeah.
daily candles tayong pumping.
Actually,
Dami
dami
ata.
eh.
Oo,
Isang
no?
week ata nga, isang week ata 'to eh. Yun. So, yung ano ko dito, yung possible retracement is actually, so kukuha tayo dito sa swing low. So, drag to the multiple rejections. So, maybe 18,300 yung tinitingnan natin na magiging
Mm,
testing area natin, no? So, if this price will go down, so dito siya.
mm,
So it's still the June, October 2022 to October support. Yun siya.
mm.
So
Makes sense.
yeah. So if ever euphoria still comes,
Oo.
then hindi natin masasabi kasi no, we cannot really directly conclude kasi we don't know the market 100% eh. No, so
Mm,
we are actually playing with the probability. So at least we have 80% win, no, sa market. So yun, we have fair value gap dito, no. So pwede niyang puntahan din diyan. Okay,
mm.
so yun siya. Pero ipapakita natin mamaya after dito yung mga on-chain support,
Oo.
uh, why we
Yeah.
are saying that this is somehow a short-term bullish.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about the charts of Joe, nandun sa Discord natin, no, where he constantly updates what's happening with this one. So feel free. The Discord link is in the description. Come in and then yeah, join with us.
Pero alam mo pa, may nakita akong ano dito eh, pattern na medyo matutuwa kapag i-identify mo. Kasi you are a long-term bullish eh. So
Oo.
actually I'm seeing here an inverse head and shoulder, no?
Yun yung
So
mga gusto
yun.
ko eh.
Yan. So malaki siyang inverse. Now if this will play out pag yung price bababa sa 18,300 tas will establishing a support here, then automatically automatic tayo yun.
We're gonna
That
see.
if that would be happen, yun.
If that would happen.
Yeah. Pero kung hindi, for example, bababa siya hanggang dito, the run up to 21,000 is just a grabbing of liquidity, or let's say for example the term that we are going to share to you later in education series, which is the bull trap.
Okay. Cool.
Doon papasok yung bull trap. Yun.
Okay. Add ko lang pala, this is not financial advice. It's purely education. And this is like the personal technical analysis of Joe, but feel free to learn from him. I'm also learning from him and yeah, trying to figure out then on my charts. Pero while you're gonna do on-chain, meron din akong i-share eh. It kind of looks like Bitcoin is going with the current price action on the um last bull cycles, no, in terms of the halving period. So what's the halving? It's the time where miners would receive half of the current Bitcoin rewards. um I'll just share this one real quick na parang this chart shows you where Bitcoin is and then compared to other bull cycles in Bitcoin. So this is the pink one or magenta here, color of the year 2012. Itong yellow is the average of 2012, 2016. 2016 yung green, tapos yung blue is the current one. So parang pag nakita mo yung levels na to, this is below is the number of days after halving. So currently nasa day 984 tayo. Within this certain time frame, these were actually accumulation periods. Kung gagayan, base natin sa fractal, no? And I think looking at this chart, halos magka-fractal si current and si 2016 and average. We check yung 2016, this is the
Yeah.
current time na nagko-consolidate before the next run.
Yeah, I also believe in price action, you know. So parang it really mirrors, no, the cycles of the market. So if makikita ko dito, parang flat siya. So
Mm-hmm.
compared also with the previous run, during this time, I don't know how many average days would take a flat market before going up. But I think parang ano siya, it's the same of range, right? If you have
Oo.
noticed.
Mm-mm. So
Yun.
ayun, this kind of looks like it. So technically, are you ikaw Joe, are you cost averaging in? Hmm,
Yeah.
ah,
I'm cost averaging in. Yun.
nice.
Kasi
Parang
hindi kasi natin mahuhuli yung tinatawag natin na bottom, no. So we are
true.
calling bottom, but we really don't know where the bottom is.
Right,
Yun.
correct. Correct. So I've heard you're gonna present us something on chain, no? So while Joe is presenting, just to add on what on chain means, it's pretty much using data that was taken from the Bitcoin blockchain, consolidated into a chart. Ganun.
Ayun. So ito na siya, no. So we are going to take at least two examples of on-chain here, no. But this on-chain actually supports our bias for the bullish one. Okay? So kasi parang nasasad ako pag pinag-usapan yung bearish. Ayun.
Okay.
So, ayun 'di ba? This is actually a net unrealized profit or loss, no? So in this indicator, it shows indicator of capitulation, hope, fear, optimism, anxiety, belief, denial, and euphoria. So, if mapapansin nyo guys, the color red represents capitulation. So if you are going to look at the previous run in January 2020, nag na the indicator turned into red. So it represents capitulation in May 2020. So ngayon at this range of years 20 in the late 2022 and early this January 2023, meron tayong nakikitang red indicator din. So if you are going to analyze it, no, nandito tayo sa zone ngayon ng capitulation. And the indicator is currently somehow slowly leaving. Yun. So
Mm-mm.
it turned into orange, hope or fear. Yun.
Yeah. Parang sa capitulation, no, these are the times where the smart money are kumbaga accumulating and buying in the market because there's just so much fear in the space and they tend to be the contradicting party.
Yun.
Pagdating sa hope and fear, no, I think this is where like people who are really diving deep into that investment, like crypto, dito silang nag-start magbumili. Optimism, anxiety is where retail start to take notice na, oy, Bitcoin pump. And then belief, denial, kind of looks like where retail is like the market is very noisy again with the retail. Like
Yeah.
Bitcoin to 1 million or something.
That's why, Pao, I'm so noisy because I'm just a retail.
Where
And I presume that you are a whale because you're so silent.
Hindi,
Yeah.
actually, nakita ko yung wallet mo. Hindi, joke
Ah,
lang.
ayun. So, yung pangalawang on-chain natin is itong exchange depositing transaction. So,
Mm.
let's TLDR this one. So, if merong papasok na mga supply sa exchanges, it means there's a sentiment of selling, right? So, bearish. So, pag yung transaction is I mean, walang transaction na pumapasok dun sa mga exchanges na supply ng Bitcoin, for example. So, it means people are holding their Bitcoin. So, yung sa indicator dito kasi guys, no, if you look at the previous or the historical run, no, itong yellow indicator na to. So, nasa current support tayo in the
Mm,
previous run. Yun.
okay.
So, it means, no, if this indicator would start to build a support in the same zone in the previous run, it means that the selling pressure in the macro market is currently weakening. So, parang si Pao, he is actually currently holding his Bitcoin.
Yeah, I have a long-term bag and a accumulation bag right now. So yung long-term ko since 2017 never been touched. So, yun.
Wow. Yan.
Yan.
Sana all. Ayun. So,
Okay.
proceed tayo sa more detailed, no, which is the daily. So, using this one, no, dito natin makikita yung mga liquidity areas. So, this was taken hapon lang, January 19. So, supposed to be we go live last night. So, I took the fresh and updated heat map of the liquidity ng Bitcoin. So, if you have noticed guys, no, I mean if you notice, no, the more the yellow is thicker, the more it has a lot or bulk of liquidities. So
Mm.
kumbaga, there are liquidities around 21,500, 22K. So it's a possible na aakyat pa yung price ng Bitcoin doon. Kasi
Yeah.
smart money works smart.
So if I TLDR this right, the yellow bar signifies there's a lot of liquidity grabbing. So if you go to
Yeah,
that certain price range, a lot of buyers and sellers are waiting for that opportunity. But
yeah,
if yellow bar is on top, liquidity grabbing is more focused on selling because people
yeah,
are it's kind of like the key resistance level.
yeah.
Below pag yellow yung below the price, it's more on the buying side.
Yeah. So parang ano, if you're going to look at in the chart, no. So parang magke-create siya ng fake out. So grabbing the liquidity there and then baba. 'Yun. Kasi meron na mga liquidity doon sa baba eh. So 'yun.
Yeah.
So speaking about traps, no, or speaking about fake outs. Now,
Oh.
we're going to somehow share to you guys one term in trading that is currently also loud sa crypto Twitter, no, which is
Mhm.
the bull trap. Yung term natin pa ngayon is bull trap. Yung last week is short squeeze.
But
Yan.
Prof. Joe, ano ang bull trap?
Yun. So still guys, I'll be TLDRing you about the three W's: what, when, why. So what is a bull trap, when bull trap happen, and why bull trap happen. So yun. So bakit I don't know. No. What is a bull trap? Ano yung bull trap? A bull trap is a situation where a trader buys an asset believing its price will continue to rise. So this is common in trading, no? And this is somehow to gauge sentiment of the price. So like for example, nung yung nangyayari ngayon sa Bitcoin, the Bitcoin now is currently at its resistance. So, di ba Pao, ikaw
Yep,
as a retailer, no,
yep.
pag ganitong market, no, grabe yung euphoria, grabe yung pump, no, everything, I mean, everyone is buying. Ano yung parang naiisip mo? Di ba? You will also buy kasi you believe that, oh, the market is there, going to reverse, something like that. But not
Yeah.
knowing, no, di ba? Not knowing na bigla siyang mag-fall sharply after reaching a new high. So that's trap. So meaning na trap yung bulls. Yun.
Mm, yep.
Yan. So, kailan nangyayari yung bull trap? Bull trap actually occurs when buyers fail to support our rally. So, like for example, ngayon yung rally ng Bitcoin is the buyers, no, the passive buyers or the retailers are buying, pero it fails to support. Kasi for example, no, hindi siya naka-breakout sa resistance, no, kasi kulang yung volume, yun. Diyan nangyayari yung bull trap.
Mm.
Yun. At saka bakit, no? Why bull trap happen? Because of lack of first, no, meron tayong dalawang core or common reason. First is lack of buying volume, no, on the daily
Mm.
back up to the previous high. So ipapakita ko ngayon papakita ko ngayon sa inyo, no, yung volume natin sa daily. For example, no, given this daily chart. Alright, so if nakikita mo, Pao,
Yep.
no, yung volume niya since July is pataas. No? So
Yeah.
supposed to be, because we are currently in a bull run, no, for example, no, tumaas yung price sharply.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So the volume should support also. Pero
Yep.
yung nangyari is hindi siya umabot dito sa pinakadulo ng arrow. So it should be if we are supporting this run, no, to a higher high, the volume should reach dito sa pinakadulo ng arrow, pero hindi. So ito
Mm.
yung parang magiging tawag dito. I mean, ito yung titingnan natin, no, in the coming days kung ano mangyayari sa market, because the volume is
Mhm.
somehow hindi siya ganun karami,
So in
no.
terms of volume, no, if I see this correctly, the strength of the past 7 days from Bitcoin, though it's pumping, it's not really supported by volume because the increasing volume here shows you that we are still medyo bearish sentiment pa rin. So
Yeah,
without that strength of the buyers to reach that, kunwari in this technical analysis, reaching that arrow, you can't really say that buyers are already stepping in for the reversal.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but let's see, no, kung ano mangyayari soon, kasi hindi pa kasi tayo hindi pa naka-retrace yung market talaga in the macro perspective. Yun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun lang yung parang cause bakit may bull trap. Yun. It's because lack of buying volume, and then meron din tayong tinatawag na false breakout from a consolidation pattern. So, yun yung sinabi ko kanina. If bababa tayo sa 18,500 or 18,300 during a retracement, kung babalik tayo sa ranging market na yan, then the run is a bull trap and the run is a fake out. Yun. So,
Uh-huh.
speaking with fake out tao, no, I think we have examples.
Yeah, we do. Kasi in terms of fake out where bulls get trapped, kaya it's a bull trap. There's one example recently lang which is called Rocket Pool. So if you don't know what Rocket Pool is a liquid staking derivative platform going with the LSD, going with the LSD narrative. So Rocket Pool is a token here that got listed in Binance recently, hence this big pump. So it was in a certain range below here, this key resistance, and then nag-pump siya within during that listing, no? And then people bought here and expected, like, since it broke out key resistance, people bought. Pero there was still so much selling pressure. The volume didn't really support it. Hence, yung mga buyers dito sa taas got trapped. Yon. So that's like an example here.
Yun.
This big wick, ang laki nito in terms of
Yeah.
price difference, it's like 50%.
Yeah, it's really a fake out, right? No.
Yeah, talagang fake out. Talagang na-trap yung ball dito. So
Oo nga
unless
eh, no.
bumalik si Rocket Pool sa taas, okay sana makuha sana yung gains niya. Pero medyo we'll have to wait for key resistance to break out again. Ayun.
Yun. Kaya isa sa mga importante kasi na natutunan ko din sa market psychology is yung tinatawag natin na fear of missing out, no? Kasi
Mm.
we always need to control our emotions, no? So it doesn't mean na tumataas or nag-i-impulse yung price, yun sasabay ka na kasi it's really risky. Yun.
Yes. Yeah, it's really risky. So that's most of it, no, for the bull trap session, no. Thank you, Joe. Ang dami na naman natin natutunan today in terms of
Yun.
technical analysis. But how about on-chain naman? On-chain naman tayo. How do people understand on-chain analysis? Kasi we do on-chain charts, ganyan. How do you really read on-chain? Actually, meron na akong segment dito is understanding what on-chain looks like. So, ang tawag ko sa segment nito, it's called the Marites moment. So, Marites on-chain. Okay, this is called TX Street, where you could actually see the transactions that's happening on-chain. And then this one on your right is Bitcoin blockchain. Left is Ethereum blockchain. The people here signify the transfer of value or transfer of assets, the transactions of users. Ito yung mga tao. This bus, mukha siyang bus, no? Yung kay Ethereum
Yeah.
mukha siyang mini bus, si Bitcoin big bus. This is where the transactions get validated in a block. So this is the block. So after a certain time, like example, Bitcoin averaging 10 minutes yung validation, after that's done, ang mangyayari dyan, it goes to the blockchain where it's finalized and it's verified. So lahat ng transactions dito, no more modifications, cannot be reworked, and it's all validated on-chain. Same for Ethereum, no? So let's try to click a person, no? If you click actually a person, you could see the transaction hash, which has the information on what's happening in that transaction. So if I click on that, this person is sending 0.11 BTC. Ganyan.
Oh, ang laki.
Yeah. So
So that means the more the person is bigger, the more the transaction is costly.
yeah, in terms of value, parang 'di ba may sizes yung mga tao dito? Looks
Yeah, yeah.
like the bigger the person the person is, the bigger the transfer of value or whatever is happening on chain. Let's try to click on Ethereum, no? This is an Ethereum transaction. There, you can see that it's still loading. There's nothing. Yeah, it's still
Hey,
creating a contract. Wala pang laman. Let's try one
I
more.
I can see Pau's wallet there. Parang
Hindi, wala. So it's this way, it's pseudonymous. Kasi ito lang naman yung makikita mo. This is actually the public wallet, public address. So hindi ko kilala kung sino to, but I know the address. So what's happening here is transfer of Hotbit 3 to 4943 ERC20 value. I'm not sure what this is. Let's try one more. Let's try one more para at least clear yung yung transaction. I think this is an OpenSea, no? I think NFT to. Contract. Wait, let's try to find the basic one. Naghanap ako ng basic transaction eh. Tagal ng mga tao kasi mag-transact.
pero ang galing ng gumawa nito, no? Parang very creative. No,
Yeah.
the graphic is really very
Yeah, it's
easy
very
to understand.
easy to understand. So like this one, they're actually interacting with a contract, a smart contract, no, this person, which is Seaport 1.1. So I won't dive into this. I'm just trying to find na nagta-transfer lang ng value sa Ethereum. But if you're asking, bakit dito sa right side, wala siyang building, no, sa Bitcoin? Sa left side, ang daming building. Because these are the applications built on top of Ethereum. So these are smart contracts, decentralized applications. So dito si MetaMask, andito si Uniswap, andito si Shib, ganyan. Dito si USDC, ganyan. Dito sila. That's why mas madaming transactions dito. Dito, transfer lang siya of value si Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is very easy to understand. It's from and to. From this wallet to that wallet. So this one point, transfer ng input value is $500, ganyan. But how do you understand your transaction, no? If you want to go dive into Marites more, you could actually find their wallets through the hash itself. So if I click another scan, this is the public address, no? I was actually able to find some whales transacting with the help of a on-chain management tool that I like to use called Debank. So Debank is a portfolio management tool to easily understand what's happening in a person's wallet. So you can also marites the wallet or track the wallet on what's happening. So example ito, this is the wallet of Joe. 828 M. Joke lang. I mean, this is a whale, no? A whale wallet. Why am I tracking a whale wallet? Because I want to know ano yung binibili niya para I can just copy trade. Kasi sometimes yung mga whales talaga yung may marunong sa space. So
Pero parang may napansin ako. Parang docs na wallet to eh.
yeah,
Parang it's familiar.
Talaga? Hindi. I don't know. Basta it's a whale.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what he's doing is actually buying mga tokens, Wrapped ETH, Maker, Maple, ganyan. Dairy tokens, ganyan. Another one that I was able to see is actually wallet ni Arthur Hayes. So trinak ko din yung wallet ni Arthur Hayes here. And what he's doing is actually very bullish sa GMX. He has 9.8 M in GMX. Ganyan. So very bullish siya sa GMX. So this is something that it's very interesting for me. Na-try mo na yung GMX, Joe?
Yeah. It's actually, a trading liquidity tool also, no?
Yeah. So it's like a DEX.
Yeah.
But it uses on-chain transactions. It uses on-chain methods to finalize transactions, no?
Ang galing nga dun sa GMX kasi yung fees, 'di ba?
Mhm.
It's being divided to the participants.
Yeah.
Yun.
Ang nangyari sa GMX, if you have GMX, nag-stake ka ng GMX, you earn 30% of the fees. Pag may hawak ka namang GLP, which is providing liquidity to their basket of assets, you earn 70%. So, 100% of the revenue actually generated in GMX is provided to sa mga stakers, which is nice to know kasi the fees generated sa GMX per day is 588 million, or in average, it's 565 million. So, ang laki. It's the third biggest in terms of generating fees. Pero, yung market cap ni GMX is just at 386 million. So, the token itself is undervalued versus the fees. Di ba?
Yeah. So parang
Yun.
parang maliit yung market cap niya ngayon. So
Mm.
and GMX is doing a lot of things. So it means that someday or soon, there's still a lot of rooms, for growth in this project.
Yeah, looking long-term wise, no, pag ganito kalaki kasi yung mga generate nilang revenue, it just means that people are using the protocol to trade. So GMX is a DEX. People trade in leverage pa. And then sometimes they get liquidated, liquidation fees, it goes to the GMX takers and GLP buyers. So what does GMX look like? Ganito. Yan. Mukha siyang trading platform talaga. So, looking at it, I find that GMX is, for me, so non-financial advice, I think that based just on the fees itself, it kind of looks undervalued for me. So, I'm a believer of GMX as well. I tried GMX. It's easy to use for me, but you only have 4 trading pairs, no? Link, Bitcoin, ETH, Uni. Yun pa lang yung pwede mong i-trade. In Arbitrum, ah. Arbitrum pala to. Ayan. So speaking of which, mag-commercial lang tayo. Naalala ko, pinag-uusapan natin yung Lunar New Year eh. May rabbit token, no?
Ayun. Actually, meron din ako yung little rabbit ko eh. So, yun, at least rabbit, diba? Because this year is a year of a rabbit. So,
Yeah.
parang nag-pump yan 17% pa.
Oo nga eh. Happy Lunar New Year sa mga bumili ng rabbit kung ano man to. I mean, I don't know. Gusto ko lang ipakita sa inyo. Nagpump to for the past 7 days. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a meme.
What's his chain? It's BSC or Ethereum?
BSC siya.
Okay. So,
Oo.
alams na.
Oo, alam na. Though may Ethereum siya. May Ethereum pala siya.
Ay, talaga.
Oo, BSC and Ethereum siya. Yun. Um, Going back to that, another thing that I want to share is actually Shib. If you saw Shib, yung sa chart niya recently, let me try to find my Shib chart. Nagpump siya eh. Bumili ka ba ng Shib, Joe?
I have a Shib because I'm a Shib Moxie. And
So parang,
yeah.
oh,
Hearing this one, sharing this one from you, I'm so happy, kasi parang she would be given somehow, uh, acknowledgement ngayong gabi na to. So, because you'll be talking about Shib.
okay, una sa lahat, di ako naniniwala sa Shib nung una eh. Actually, kasi meme token, dog token siya. Pero what's happening in Shib, which is nice to know in terms of TA, ano yung nakikita mo dito in terms of TA pala, Joe?
Yeah, sa macro kasi parang nag-create siya ng double bottom dyan, no? Sa daily, I think. No? So, yeah. Yan. So, it currently nag-bounce siya kasi because of the, tawag dito? Narrative, no? The fundamental narrative, which is the Shibarium. So, it got traction. So,
Yeah.
pero, hindi siya talaga nag-break out dun sa pinaka-top ng range market. Yan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like for me it's arranging if the price would go back to the
Mm,
bounce area. Yun.
yeah. So, in terms of fundamental analysis or fundamentals ng SHIB, buti sinabi mo yung Shibarium, no? Actually, I think that's one of the reasons why nag-pump SHIB, because SHIB is actually building a layer 2 network on top of ETH. So, gumagawa sila ng sarili nilang ecosystem which we call Shibarium. So, TLDR, what's in Shibarium? it's kind of like a blockchain, layer 2 blockchain siya, pero what you use for transaction fees is not ETH but Bone. So every time you do a transaction in the layer 2 protocol, you are using Bone as transaction fees. So ay tumataas din yung Bone token eh. So often yung meme, pero ang cute no. Logo ganun yung Bone pero it's used for transacting in the Shibarium ecosystem. So hindi pa nag-launch actually yung Shibarium. Pero this is people are already looking at it, at the token. Second, most of the transaction fees will be used to burn Shib. So Shib is a decentralized proof of stake consensus mechanism. So what it does for the transaction fees, they will use the transaction fees to burn Shib to keep that promise of a Shiba community growing ecosystem. So in here, hindi pa naman nag-launch yung Shib, pero if protocols start building sa Shib and people would use Shib Barium ecosystem, people would use Bone for transaction fees, and then the transaction fees portion of that will burn Shib. It's a whole flywheel that's gonna happen to bring Shib to a appreciated price. Ganun.
So parang ang nangyayari, so when these tawag dito, burning happens, so it's kind of like of a deflationary mechanism for the ecosystem, right?
Yes. Yeah, so
Yun.
ide-deflate nila yung circulating supply ng SHIB, and if there's demand, price will go up. So that's the demand and supply like concept behind.
So buti na lang pa ginawa nila to kasi ang daming supply ng SHIB eh. Yung iba
Yeah.
kasi nag-expect na ng $1 eh.
Oh, may kilala ako, nahack ata yung wallet niya kasi may 1 billion SHIB siya, di ba?
Uy, sino yun?
Itago natin yun yung artista, di ba?
Akala ko kasi ano yun eh, tawag dito, fiat talaga or currency na 1 million peso. So ano pala, token pala siya. So yun.
Hindi, nagsa-speculate lang naman tayo. Hindi ba naman sure, pero baka nga SHIB.
Yeah.
Wait, na-mention mo pala deflating supply, no? Look at
Yeah.
Ethereum at ultrasound money. ETH
Oh,
is
kamusta yung Ethereum?
de-deflate siya.
Oh.
Currently negative 2,000 yung ETH from their chain transition to proof of stake from the merge, no. From the merge, after the merge, instead of ETH actually inflating in supply, tumataas yung supply, bumababa, it's deflating. Currently at 2,382. And now we are back for Ethereum ultrasound money.
I think parang naging ganito siya ngayon kasi 'di ba ang daming transactions recently sa market.
Yep.
So, yeah, we are going back.
Most of it actually is coming from OpenSea. Mga nagtitrade ulit ng NFTs eh. People are going back to try and Seaport pala yung smart contract code kanina that we saw. So OpenSea, and then this one is Uniswap. If you actually click this one, kung nakikita mo ng BF6B and Marites ka, you want to know what that is. Ayan, contract overview, Uniswap, universal router. So ang nagbaburn ng ETH actually is OpenSea, NFT traders, and Uniswap, token traders. There's e-transfer din, tapos meron din yung stablecoin. Yan yung breakdown niya. But good to know. ETH.
Parang nagigain traction na naman yung NFT ngayon, no?
Yeah, nagigain yung traction ng NFT space because one is the cute narrative NFTs that I mentioned in the 2023 narrative. So one of the narratives I mentioned that was taking place was actually a short-term narrative, which is the cute NFTs that I shared 2 weeks ago ata. Yan. So Pudgy Penguins was pumping, Kanpai Pandas, Chubbyverse Friends, all the other cute NFTs were pumping. But I think the narrative is already over. Not sure yet. We'll see again. We have to take a review on it.
Ayun.
Yep. So that's for ETH and that's for NFTs. So the last thing that I want to share is liquid staking derivatives. Yun yung mainit ngayon sa crypto space eh. Have you tried staking na ba, Joe, ng ETH mo?
Yeah, I have staked my ETH somewhere sa isang derivative din.
Okay. So what's nice sa LSD market is actually understanding what it is. So short term lang, what's liquid staking derivatives? If you stake your ETH kasi sa proof of stake, so ETH is proof of stake, diba? If you stake it, and you want to be a validator, dapat 32 ETH meron ka to be a validator. And then you earn 5.3% annual percentage returns. Problema mo, kung hindi ka whale tulad ni Joe, joke lang, kung wala kang 32 ETH, you cannot become a validator to earn that 5.3% annual percentage returns in ETH then.
So by the way, this 32 ETH is standard, right? Yung parang
Yeah,
policy nila dun sa upgrade, no, sa merge.
yes.
Yun.
Dun sa to validate
To
transaction kasi proof
validate,
of
yeah.
stake na tayo. And then if you wanna earn these types of rewards with your ETH, there's actually different protocols that provide you like Lido and Rocket Pool. So sasabihin ni Lido, okay, wala kang 32 ETH, just give me the number of ETH that you have, gagawan kita ng validator. Once they group 32 ETH, gagawan nila ng validator and you get the rewards from them. So, yun, kung hindi ka whale tulad ni Joe, joke. So, pwede kang, kunwari, 2 ETH lang, you still get the 5.25% reward. Additional to that, that's why it's called liquid staking derivative. Kasi pwede mong gamitin yung stake mo, the LP token, pwede mong i-lend sa Aave, or pwede ka na mag-out. You can sell your stake ETH. Parang ayaw mo na sa staking, gusto ko lang ETH, you can bring it out, you can trade it back, or you can use it as collateral. Kaya nga liquid staking, because it's liquid, you can use it somewhere else.
So Pao, in short term, no, pag titingnan natin so like for example sa Lido, so you have said na if you don't have 32 ETH, then if for example you have just 2 ETH and others have 30 ETH, so you can have a share on that. So
Yep.
that's how the Lido is doing. Yeah, it's very nice, no?
Yeah, so the current rewards for ETH, if you wanna build your ETH portfolio, kunwari ayaw mo na bumili ng ETH, you wanna earn ETH from your ETH, you can stake it dun sa MetaMask, ganyan, and earn 5.25%, which is not bad. So currently, meron tayo tinatawag na Shanghai upgrade that's coming out either Q1 or Q2 this year. So if you are staking kasi sa Beacon Chain, sa Ethereum, if you're a validator, hindi mo kasi pwedeng i-withdraw yung 32 ETH. You have to wait for the Shanghai upgrade. So pag nag-Shanghai upgrade na, validators can already withdraw their ETH. Pero if you withdraw ETH kasi, yung mga stakers, tataas kasi yung annual percentage returns yung interest yung APY. Kasi nga kumukunti yung stakers So that's why baka tumaas din yung APR or yung returns sa Lido or Rocket Pool. That's why people are into Rocket Pool, Lido, and Frax. Bullish din sa Frax is because they recently entered sa liquid staking derivative. Pag nag-stake ka ng ETH sa Frax, mataas siya, 8.93%. So mas mataas siya kay Lido. Yun. Then another thing is si Frax has a lot of narratives. One is people are staking their ETH sa Frax, 10,000 weekly. So it's becoming one of the major players in the LSD narrative. Tapos thirdly is Frax is a huge owner of CVX tokens. Massive share of Curve through Convex. So they have a lot of Curve. If you know Curve Wars, it's just that they could vote on pools they want to incentivize. So medyo techy. Pero in short, Frax has so much business models to generate revenue. Kaya pag nag-stake ka ng Frax, ng ETH sa Frax, 8.93% nakuha mo. And then, yan. In terms of chart-wise, I shared this in Discord. Yung technical analysis ko sa Frax, ayan. Actually, nag-accumulate si Frax for 242 days.
Ayun
Yan.
ang
So,
haba ng kanyang accumulation,
yeah, recently broke out, no? So
Yeah.
here, I mentioned dun sa Discord na once it breaks out, it's gonna retest and then it's gonna go up. So medyo it played naman on the daily, no? Pero meron din siyang mga levels to eye on. So titignan natin to sa Discord. Yan.
I think this will gonna push through kasi 'di ba the upcoming Shanghai upgrade is still in March and there's still long days to go. Yun.
Yeah, there's still long days to go. So if you were a believer of ETH, you could try playing or staking in your ETH to one is MetaMask. It's easy to do. Their portfolio MetaMask, or you can try it Frax. Medyo complex lang yung Frax. So, a lot of things, so you have to do your research. Or you can also stake it in Pendle. So sa Pendle naman, you can also stake ETH. Currently sa Pendle, you can have as much as 43% or 19% on your ETH. Pero yung makuha mo dyan is not ETH, it's in terms of Pendle, Balancer tokens, and Aura. So ayan, madaming protocols na pwedeng mangyari for your ETH. Ayan. So that is liquid staking derivatives. If you want to dive in more, we can do user journeys sa Discord. So come join in Discord for our fireside after this. And then we'll have an open session to where we want to talk about Joe's charts, mag-education segment si Joe doon, paano siya yumayaman sa trading. Yan.
Sana all.
Ayan. Okay, I think that is for our segment today. And we have additional time, Joe, no? For the first time, di tayo nag-exceed.
Yeah, I think we have let's give 5 minutes for our audience too. By the way, guys, sa mga nanonood, shout out sa group dyan sa Bacolod. Bacolod Web3 community. Yun.
Mm.
So I'm one of the core team there. So just to share, no, nabalitaan ko kasi na the Binance team just got their community meet up sa Cebu just recently. So parang they plan na sa Bacolod naman ulit. So yun, sa mga taga Bacolod dyan, shout out.
Yep. Also shout out din sa nanonood kasi yung fiancé ko dito sa sa Unfold eh. So shout out to you. May tanong lang Joe dito, what are the risks naman po if any that comes in staking ETH? So syempre may mga risk yan in terms of the on-chain risk, no? If you stake on MetaMask, one is smart contract risk. Paano kung may hack, 'di ba? That's one. Second is if you don't know how to stake or if you don't know how to take out your funds, you might have risk on like the education or the journey on this one. So it's good to read first the documents. Yun, number one, read the documents, and number two is understand how it works. So in terms of the risk sa Lido, they've been in the space for a long time, and so far knock on wood, hindi naman sila ma-hack. Ganun. There are other risks in terms of liquid staking derivatives for Shanghai upgrade, pero more on that on the Discord. I want to check on the other risks as well. So thanks for that question to Marvic Garcia Seret. Yep. Ay, naka-mute ka, Joe. Sorry.
Ayun. So other questions?
Yeah.
Ayun.
Okay, that's all for the wrap. If you want to learn more, we're gonna have a fireside chat in Discord. It's an open channel. I'm not sure din kung ilang oras. Yung mga fireside natin dun, maabot ng 2 hours eh. Kasi ang kukulit na mga kasama natin sa community, which I like kasi people are participating.
Yeah, you guys, yung mga nasa Discord natin na mga members, please be active also anytime, no? Kasi andyan lang naman. Yun.
Also, if you additional then, if you wanna learn, if you wanna understand what's happening in the market, if you want certain topics, share nyo sa Discord, and then we'll check it out, and then we'll include it in Unfold. We appreciate all the comments that you have, you guys are providing.
Yun. So I think everything is done. So let's wrap up everything. So we have discussed the macro, and we have the educational series, terms, and then what else? Spotlight, Altcoin Spotlight,
and
yun.
LSD, liquid staking. Ayun. So I think that's all for Unfold. To the people who are there, who watched, who stayed for the segment, thank you guys for coming with us. We'll see you in the fireside in Discord. We'll switch there. And yeah, just to get back to you guys, this is Unfold, where we discover, learn, and share about cryptocurrency in the market, unfolding new crypto insights so you don't have to. Until then, thank you, Joe, then sa mga education mo and then sa charts, no?
Ayun, thank you guys, and see you again next week.
All right, bye. See you sa Discord.